Hi everyone. Today I'm going to start tutorial number 2, that is how to create your first load test. So creation of first load, right? Creation of first load. What do you need actually? The first thing, your tool should be open. We have discussed like we have to go inside the bin folder, which I have already opened it right now. So go inside the bin folder and take this Windows batch file and you click it here on this JMeter .bat file, and what will happen finally, first this command line prompt will open. It will show you like it is working, and now this finally this Apache JMeter GUI will open. So now your tool is open, correct? If the tool is open, first thing what you need to do here, right? So you can see here menu folder here. One is test plan and one is workbench, right? In a very shorter way, in the workbench, whatever you keep, it will be in the temporary save, and whenever you close this JMeter, the content inside the workbench will disappear. In the test plan, if you save your, it will keep continue to save. Whenever you wanted, you can open that and you can see that, right? So see, they have given the default name here, test plan, right? So what we need to do, first we need to simply say first load test. So still you can see this test plan name is still not changed, right? So how it will change? You go here and click somewhere, workbench or somewhere, and again click on that test plan folder location. So now it has changed. Mean to say now the name is coming my first load test, right? Site. So what I have said, basically it is your virtual user, right? So what is virtual user here? Basically go here and you need to basically add the threads, right? Once I say threads, they have given here users is basically what they are, the virtual users. So what happened, your thread group is created, right? So I say my website, right? Suppose if I say my first load test, we have already given the name there, right? So I name, or I say suppose my home website. This is looking more good, right? So again, how it will change, go here and see it is changed, right? Now everything you have done it right. You can see here few things are here also. Once you create a thread group, right? I said to you basically this is your virtual users, right? So if you see here, you can give any comments like I am testing my first website. Okay, testing my, how many user you wanted to give here. Suppose if you wanted to give a 100 users, and in 100 users, suppose if you give 200 seconds, so what will happen, in a 2 second one user will enter in the system, and once the 2 second will finish, the next user will come, right? Now you can see the loop count is like how many times. Suppose you wanted to do it for 10 times, 100 times, or you wanted to keep it forever. I mean to say, once you will check this, what will happen, it will keep continue forever until unless you stop it. It will, your first load test is ready. Now how to test it, right? So what we need to do, we need to run it, right? There are multiple way to run it. I just show you. If you go in the my home website and just right click here, right? You, if you push, if you just click this start, the test will start to run. Otherwise you go in this run and start, or here the run option is also there, right? So you come here and you start to run this test, right? So now I'm going to run this, correct? Few things I'm going to again clear it, the reason behind that. I'm taking the forever and the number of threads I'm setting 100. For tutorial purpose, this is very high number. First I keep this default number 1 and I remove this, I keep it 1, right? Scheduler I also remove it, right? Now we need to run it. So how to run this? I come here, and I simply click here. So it is asking whether you wanted to save this test or not. So right now you can see also the scheduler here, right? Scheduler mean to say for how much time you wanted to keep. Once you start a test, if you wanted to start it after 5 minutes or after 2 minutes or after 10 minutes, and what is the start time and what is the end time, it will work in that way, right? So this is the brief description of your thread group. What we are basically saying here, our how we are keeping here the virtual users basically. Now to send some load drive, we need something. We need some action, so that what will happen here, we can send our request to the server, right? So for that what is happening here, they have given here the sampler. So go here and add your what sampler, correct? So there are so many protocol, FTP, SFTP, TCP/IP, but we are going to hit a website. This is the simplest one. So you, as you know, I think already, if you are going to hit a website, it should be HTTP request always, right? So I'm going to select the HTTP request. Now, if you see here again comment you wanted to give, you can give it here. And now what you can do, again HTTP request is not looking good, right? So because you are testing the my home website, so you also change the name for this. So suppose that is my home website, so I give the name here my home. Let's just check the magic. The my home name came here. Right. So if you see here, right, the protocol is that HTTP, which we have already selected here, right? And server name are right. Server name are the IP number, right? You know, whenever you type google.com or yahoo.com or anything, what happens there? Basically, it goes in a form of IP address, right? So now the question comes here, right? Which website you will test? If you are going to hit the Google, they will not allow you and they will raise a concern about it, right? One or two times they won't say anything, but the third time they will say what's happening, who is trying for all that, right? For all of your life making easy, what I have given, I have designed my own website, and that website I am giving to all of you freely. What you can do, you go there, okay, and after going there, what you can do here, simply you start to use this for your load testing purpose, right? So I have one thing also I have done, I have given all the step here, right? So till now what I have done here, I have started a JMeter, I have created a test plan, I have created the thread groups also, virtual users, I have added the sampler also here, right? And now I'm giving you the free website, right? So first thing, this website is working or not, right? We need to check that, right? I just simply copy this here. I open my Google Chrome and I simply type here. Let's see it's working or not. See, it's working, right? So what we need to do here, we need to give this IP address or the URL. So I just copy it, and after copy it, what I do here, I go to the tool again, right, and I just paste it here. You can think about here, I'm going to remove this HTTP, right? So you can think why I'm removing this. The logic comes in my mind, because we are using the protocol here. If you're using it here, it can create some issue or it can run. Better not to use this. It is asking the path also. Say suppose if I write here about us, correct? If I do the about us here, so after hubwest.com you can see this root, basically your this forward slash, after this whatever you see, this is basically your path, right? So I just simply copy it again here, right? I come here and I put the path here. So what happened now, and you have to give the root path also here, so I have given the root path here before about us. Okay, now everything is done, right? We are going to put here two things. Now sampler we have already kept it. Now we have to basically put the listener here, right? So uh, there is a lot of listener. You can see whenever slowly we will move to a different further tutorial, you will get to know what are all the. But first what we will do here, we will take this view result in table, and basically the view result in, go in this F drive, go in this JMeter script and my home website, right? So better to put it like my first JMeter load test, and so your load test is right now saved. Okay, so load test design is ready now. Now we need to run it, right? Okay, so the load test is already designed now, and this is the time to run it. So you just see here there is one user, ramp up period is 1, and we are running it one time, right? So now I'm just going to run it. When I run it, let's see what happened here. Okay, we have to check the result here. See what happened here. The status is green showing here, right? And it is showing the sample time. Sample time to mean to say how much time it has taken to complete this test basically. Now, green mean to say it is executed properly how we want it. Bytes mean to say how many bytes have been gone and how you have got the response, right? So sent bytes how many? 124. Latency you see like it looks a difficult word, but nothing to worry. It's simple. When you are going to send your first request and when your server reacts on that, right? Mean to say first response, that is basically your latency. So what it is showing here, right? Now you go and see the view results tree, right? So still again it is also green, and this is important. I'm telling here, if you see the status here, it is basically green here, right? Mean to say it is successful. But whenever you get a response from server, there is some specific code. Like when you get the money from ATM, what happened? Basically, you see get some code 50, right? The same way, if the server is reacting properly, if the we have sent some request and the response came, mean to say it is successful, and it should show basically your 200. 200 is a number which shows the server is basically given the response code. So see, the response code is 200, response message is okay. So you can read that like what was the thread name, at what time sample started. So many information is given here, right? What is the request? We are sending this IP address or the URL, and this is basically we are sending here your path, right? Get data, no cookie, and just check the response also, right? How the server is given the response here, right? So you can see it here. We have run it for one user, so better one user is not a useful, right? For you basically are doing a load test, right? So what I do here, I come here again and I make it 5 user, and I make it, and ramp up time I give 10 seconds, right? Now we are going to again run it, right? So simply we are going to run it, and now it's running. If you see one user gone, second user gone, third user gone, hitting the server, right? So I go here in the tree and see the continuously the users are hitting, right? So already our task is done. I'm going to stop it, right? So once you are going to stop it, you can see there are two stop symbol is here. One is stop, and basically this is shut down, right? If I stop it, because this test is already done, right? So there is not going to make any impact. But suppose you are running, right? And what is happening here, you wanted to exit gradually. So better idea, always shut it down. No need to stop because the test will stop here. So I'm just going to gradually shut down. So once I shut down, see it is showing the users are shutting down, right? And all the users have now exit, and now we can see the result here, right? So you see the table, how many sample have been run here? So many. You see here, correct? 259 sample, right? Basically ran because we have kept it the forever, right? Maximum how many we are going to run? Basically the 5 sample, right? So now, and you can also see here, you can see the result here, and if you see the view result tree, what happening? Again, this is a sampler result, right? And what is the request? We are sending the same way, hubwell.com, about us, get data, and the response data is what? Again the 200, right? If you go here and see, the 200 is coming. So test is running perfectly, and this is what your load test is done right now. One thing I wanted to discuss here, right? If you see the view result in table, you can see a number of responses, right? Now you wanted to run it again and again, suppose the test, right? You can see there are two clear off button. You can see this one and you can see that this one, right? So if you have to clear the view result in table, then click this here. So when you are clicking here, what will happen? It will clear it off, right? It will clear it off, but still you will see the result in the view result tree is still available. So to clean it, what you can do, you have to click this one, clear all, and once you do that, your result is clear now, right? So your first load test is done, and thanks. And if you have any question, please send me in the comment section. And thanks for watching.